After 6 years of living in Germany, I still do not speak German fluently. Let me tell you the mistakes that I made and how you can avoid them if you want to move to Germany in 2026 and be successful in the German language. My third mistake that I made was not watching German TV shows. When you move to Germany, you're going to pay the mandatory German TV tax. Make good use of this TV tax. Buy a TV, plug it in and watch German TV shows. Watch the news in German. You need to get used to the sound of the language. You need to get used to the way a typical German speaks. And the way a typical German speaks is fast. And when you're learning the language in, let me say, in a classroom, we have these audios that they play and the people are speaking so slowly. Hello, ich gehe jetzt in. It will not be like that once you meet a typical German in a real life setting. They would speak fast. So the only way you can get used to that way of speaking, I will get your ears used to the language is by watching a lot of German TVs. Another mistake that I made was not reading a lot in German. The moment you know the rules, start reading in German. Read a lot in German. It would help you. Read even children books, because I realized I was making this mistake once my son joined me in Germany and I started reading to him children books in German, and I realized I was learning a lot of words. So my vocabulary is quite rich. I know a lot of words. I might not know how to use these words, when to use the words, but I do know a lot of words. The last and bonus tip that I have for you is to watch kids shows. Again, I'm talking of kids books, but kids shows are also helpful, because once you start learning the German language, or once you're learning any language, you have to keep in mind that you're learning like a child from scratch, and if you're learning from scratch, then learn like a child, So I go to YouTube now and look for this, I realized this again when my son moved here, because I would put this A is for apple, I'll put the shows in German, and I realized I was learning a lot of words from there. And then they have also some German, shows where the kids shows where they're actually teaching the kids words in German. So those shows can be really helpful. Even if you don't have kids, you can put them, and while you're doing something, you're just listening. And apart from that, you can also listen to podcasts, a lot of podcasts.